Good evening. I'm Robert A. Wilson with Cowboy Wisdom. Tonight, I want to talk about how I'm afraid of my life's gifts. Well, what I'm really afraid of is how am I a gift to my life? And when I really opened up to realizing I am a gift, but life is a gift. How are my challenges and my chaos and everything I'm afraid of a gift for me to expand through life? How was I taught to have structure, control everything, and just be in the flux of life rather than in the flow and the go of life? As I opened up to understand that I was stuck in the muck of yesterday, I forgot that life is never more than a question to query any situation. It's the quality of questions I ask myself is the quality of life I live. But it's really about letting go and being free inside to open up and understand life is a gift of gallant internal foresight, trend-setting new waves of wisdom to flow to me. It's my listening leader within myself to be a leader in the physical world, because I'm unafraid of the unknown, unexplainable, unfathomable, and I'm willing to hear the inaudible. But how are we so taught that everything must be controlled and I must be in charge and I must be the ringleader of a group of people to be the way of life? That is the biggest fallacy I've ever lived. It's actually a lie to me. And now I set myself free to understand I may never be the leader of people, but I can be the expander and expirer of people to show them, to open up their inner leadership skills. And being a leader is being willing to do what other people won't do for myself. It's quit playing the pity me game of, oh, life is hard, life is this. Set your standards low so you're never disappointed. But how does low standards, low goals create more disappointment in somebody's life? I know it has mine. The higher the accomplished outcome, the more open and omnific I feel within myself. So I stopped looking around and thinking the world was a challenge and a whole bunch of other stuff to really realize life is freedom every day. When I stopped playing the shame blame game and got into the game of gallant, adventurous moxie, expanding through life every day, allows me to open my eyes to see the world with entertaining energy. How are we the movie star, the superstar, the megastar in our life, but we're afraid to admit it? We look at other people to see what's going on rather than feel what's going on. So if you're unpunctuate, you unplug your life from the slugs that you have inside you, but also the slugs that are in your regular life. How many of us hang with people because it's easy and it's comfortable? Pick me, I'm guilty. So as I open up to understand that life is a new wave of wisdom, waltzes in, sits down, opens my life to the liberating internal fervor, expanding the grandeur of myself. So what is it that you're all worried about in life? And how does worrying just create more challenges? How does expectations create more challenges than it's worth? How would it feel to understand the outcome and facilitate and participate on the path of the outcome? See, we want the outcome, but we are unwilling to expand of the outcome. How do you feel about that? So where do you become locked and blocked and sit there and wait for something to change, and change never happens. But when you feel the freedom of expand, you feel the gift of your gallant, intrepid frontiersman talent to dance and ballet across your life and be the ballerina of your life, to be the superstar, megastar, whatever you desire to experience. It ain't what you desire to be or want to be, it's what you desire to experience opens up some new waves of wisdom within yourself. It's about letting go of what other people think you should do and let go of this. How is society's structural system a self-sabotage to people? And how do you afraid to see the gift in yourself when you're looking at everybody else's chattels and the way they live, and you're jealous and envious of that without even admitting it? I know I have, and I know I am still, even though I'm more open to letting it go and being the freedom of life. So as I open up and allow myself to play in my game on my fields of foresight, invigorating, enterprising lure, dancing to my desired outcomes, I realize life is a gift. My challenges are a gift. Chaos is a gift. When I stop being bossed by chaos, I become the boss of bold, omnific savvy, seeing today as my new waves of new way of life, opening the pathways of prosperity, but it's also opening up the pathways of peace. It's opening up the paradise of peace. How is the pathways of prosperity this opening and the way to peaceful paradise, through your peaceful paradise within yourself? As I open up to free myself, I always ask myself questions. Where am I locked and blocked today? What am I afraid of to move my life forward? Because I admit I have been trying to do this, to be a spiritual energy rather than a human being, but I keep getting caught up in trying to see what society structural stuff is about. And next Tuesday's Facebook Live is about societal structures. But how are we afraid of the gift that we have today? How are we afraid of the gift now, in the present moment? Because this moment is a gift. This present moment is the gift that generates internal freedom today. And it's today is all we have. The past is gone and the future is tomorrow, but you can have an eye on the future and on the outcome. But today is the day the paths of paradise open up to live in your valleys of vibrant energy. How would it feel to sit on the mountain overlooking your oceans of opulence, watching yourself surf on your seas of success, to feel the energy of life? Because we are the gift. People are the gifts. And if you look at history and you look at a chess game, we are the pawns for the kings and the queens. The working class people are the pawns, or I should say the middle class people, and other people, we're the pawns for the people that pull the strings. Rather than seeing ourselves as pawns, how are we the king, the queen, and the royalty of our own life? Because they can have what they want. I wouldn't want their lives. In fact, I really am opening up to really enjoy my life, because every day is a new opportunity for me to hop the ship and surf the world to see where the new wisdom and my new striving aliveness flows to me. Because life flows to me, it never goes away from me. And that's the thing. The challenges flow to me, and the chaos flows to me, to open my inner wise to dance on my day on the physical plane, to fissure my internal blocks. And that's something I'm really open to now, is whatever I get frustrated in the physical world, that is a block within me that's unwilling to let go and wants me to stay inside my self-sabotaging structures of life. So when you can let go of the structures and open up to facilitate and participate in your fields of bliss, how does that feel? Because I can facilitate everything that comes to me. But when I try to control it, it gets all chaotic because I start thinking this and doing this, and I can participate in the event to open up the prowess to appreciate, revolutionize the trend-setting innovations within me. But the gift of life is a genuine, intuitive foresight, tantalizing the outcomes of our lives. And when we can let go of looking back at things and saying, oh, that's hindsight's 2020, that's never true. It's new foresight that opens your eyes now to see a better way to walk the path of the present moment. And I'm really opening myself to understand the present moment is the gift of my life. And when I facilitate and participate in that moment, and every second, I stop overthinking and I let go of expectations, because expectations have a memory of failure within them. And they also create the angst within us because we expect this and this happens. We're unwilling to go over here and maneuver over here because we're stuck right where we are because something went wrong. But no, something went right, because whenever something occurs that knocks you off your plan, that's a door that's closing and a new door for you to soar is opening. So it's really about trusting the time, trusting your ability to maneuver through your daily life. Because adversity, controversy opened up the versatility to move through life with a bold, enlightened way. And then we really are the gifts of enlightenment. And that's INLIGHTMINT, because we are the sweet spirit of ourselves. And when we can open up to spirit and inspiration, we get to unhook the human thinking, and we become more open to the intuition, imagination, and our innovative talents to expand above and through and above everything, because we're not latched and attached to whatever's happened before. How is the past, when you try to heal your past, still your present moment and you're unwilling to admit it? That was me. I had to open up to that and admit it. Now, whenever I become frustrated and angry or something, because I still got 85,000 emotions and 60,000 thoughts, but now most of them are inspirational, and I'm willing to flow with the day rather than trying to control and direct my day my way, because a plan will forever go awry because you're stuck on it. But an outline of the day or an outline of your life allows you to open unexplainable tenacity, living in the now, expanding through life. That's what an outline does for you. So where in your life are you afraid to see you as the gift? I see me as the gift now, and that's a gallant, innovative, forthright trendsetter. Because the only trendsetter in your life that can expand your life is you. And in my life, it's me. I really like writing and talking in the first person, because that way I hate trying to tell people what to do. Because when you speak you, the YOU, you're telling people what to do. when I talk me, myself, and I'm showing people the way I expanded and allows them to see the gift of the writing and the gift of their own innovative self. People will take this, will expand the world into peace and prosperity. Politics, politicians, and those in arrogance will never take us anywhere. It's got us as far as we can go today. But appreciation and a serene self-spirit will expand us through life. And we can expand through communication rather than hate and hostility. War is nothing more than a money game for the elite of the world. So it's up to us, the people of the world, to open up a communication of spiritual serenity, but it's really a spiritual savvy that to understand how would it feel to understand we're actually visible spirits rather than a human being. We read that in a book that we were human beings. But how is the spirit within every person or every spiritual wraith? A wraith is a visible spirit, but the wraith wizards of the world, how will we expand the world? So understanding that the gift of the spirit is what will see people invigorate robust, innovative talent to dance on the physical dance floor, showing people that the unknown, unseen, the inaudible, the inspirations are invincible to move people forward. I'm going to admit right here, I've got a long ways to go on this, but every day is a new walk of life, because a walk of wisdom to hear the world speak to me and listen for the unknown and the inaudible that comes down from my divine spine connection. The divine spine connections, when that inspiration comes through here, that intuitive thing comes through and just kind of actually gives you the heebie-jeebies. But that is the divine spine connection. It goes down in, and then it's getting the gut gumption, the brain power, the feelings and emotions, and keeping my thinking mind and memory mind out of the situation, opening up the guts to see and feel that life is an energy it's a spiritual energy for people to expand through. And I am Robert A. Wilson with My Cowboy Wisdom. I'm a hypnotherapist, NLP practitioner, timeline coach, and author of a visionary vocabulary DVD. But if you really open up to this and understand, you take change, heal, create, transformation, forgiveness, and heal out of your life, and open up to expand, energize, enterprise, appreciate, and experience life in the now, and seeing yourself as the gift of gallant internal fortitude, tantalizing the world and tantalizing your life to liberate internal freedoms every day, lionizing imaginative foresight, expanding the energy of your dreams. And a dream is just something that's untarnished by life. And it's called the Outre Nouvelle Vogue, Tabula Rosa. Outre is beyond the boundaries, but Tabula Rosa is untarnished by life events. So if you can all expand of this and realize it's our life events in the past and we're overthinking everything, that keeps us locked into today. And my website is mycowboywisdom.com. My books are available at howdiditeachmyselffear.com and amazon.com/author/Robert A. Wilson. And I will be here Thursday night, and we're going to talk about how we are our own worst enemies, but it's actually something else. But we're going to talk about expanding out of what we think to expand of our inspirational innovations to experience life with galvanizing gusto. And with that, I'm going to say goodnight. And may everybody's day tomorrow be blessed, and we'll see you Thursday night. Thank you all for being here.